Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. So earlier today, I was online and I came across an article about comedian George Lopez. He was given a stand up routine, and during this routine, he said that there are two rules in the Latino household. The first rule is don't marry anyone black, and the second rule is don't park in front of the house. So, in response to that routine, a sister stood up and gave this man the finger. And in response to that, George Lopez proceeds to call this woman a bitch. He tells her to sit her fucking down. He repeats that a couple of times and he tells her to get her fucking ass out. So this is in front of an audience, and now this has been broadcast for the whole nation and for the whole world to see. TMZ has a video. I will have the video in the description box so that you can watch it for yourself. So I want to provide my response to this situation. First of all, I'll deal with the joke. As far as the joke is concerned, I don't care if other groups of people don't want to date black people. And I don't care because I think that black people need to love themselves. Black men belong with black women and vice versa. We don't need to be marrying and dating these other races of people because we have the best among ourselves. So I don't take offense to that statement. And I think that when we get offended by things like that, it makes us look pathetic. It makes us look desperate as a people. We shouldn't be begging anybody to marry us or anybody to date us or anybody to appreciate us. With that being said, I will say this. Those statements are nothing new. Racism within the Latino community is nothing new. There are all kinds of issues of colorism in the Latino community, just like in the black community. There are issues of racism, just like in any society for the most part. Most societies around the world, whether they're Latino societies, whether they're American, whether they are from the Middle East, whether they're Arab or Muslim or Christian or atheist, socialist or capitalist, many of these societies have one thing in common: their hatred of black people, their view of black people as being undesirable. So this is nothing new. And I'm not surprised to hear this because we know all about racism in Latin America. That ugly legacy is with us. And we know that Latinos are not a race, they're ethnicity. You have black Latinos, you have white Latinos, you have native Latinos, and you have different racial mixes of Latinos. So this is no surprise. And, so I'm not surprised about that. I'm not as offended about that as I am about his reaction, as other people said on Twitter. So this sister gives him a bird, and this man treats her with utter disrespect. And I think that it is something that we should not allow to happen. We should not allow anyone, I don't care what race they are, to disrespect our women. We have to be the ones to speak out. We have to be the ones to protect our women. And the best way to protect our women in this case is to hold this man accountable. No black man in his right mind, or no black person, period, in their right mind should be supporting this man. No black person in their right mind should be watching his programs, watching his stand-up routines, watching his movies, watching anything with this man in it. And we need to voice our opposition loudly and clearly to Hollywood. When other groups of people are offended by what has been said by people who are actors or who are distinguished people, there's some accountability. People end up blackballed. People end up being persecuted in many kinds of ways. They suffer economic backlash for their conduct. And I think the same should happen here. And I think that sadly, because so many of our black men disrespect black women by calling them bitches all the time, in these rap songs, on television, here on YouTube, other groups of people think that it is acceptable for them to call black women bitches. And I'm here to say, to hell with that. To hell with it. So this man must be held accountable. It's time to boycott George Lopez. And tell me what you think. I want to hear your thoughts on this issue. So please rate, comment, subscribe, and also donate. I will have a link in the description box so that people can donate to this channel. Peace.